Hey, if you're working in the not-for-profit world and looking to save some funds this next year, I found a great way. If you're already using DocuSign, there's another service out there called BlueInk that is quite a bit cheaper and functions exactly the same way with a few slight variances, just as secure, just as safe, and just as easy to use. So let me walk you through some of the comparisons, and I'll walk through the pricing list and show you how you can save a little bit of money if you're not-for-profit. Now, part of the reason I even wanted to share this is when I first compared the prices between the two, it was a little bit confusing. So I reached out to the customer service team because I'd gotten this email saying BlueInk was roughly half the price. And when I compared it based on the two websites, I was a little confused. So after talking to the company, got some feedback that was very, very helpful, and I want to pass this forward so you can have all the information you need to make an informed decision. Let's first go to the BlueInk page, which I have open here. I'll have a link below you can click to go right to the BlueInk for a trial. It's an affiliate link, so it does help out our channel. I greatly appreciate it. And it shows 4 different categories. I have it listed. You have an option here, annual or monthly. You see it doesn't quite work out to be the same price because there's a little bit of a savings if you pay annually. A little bit different on the DocuSign page. We'll see that in a minute. But we'll just, for argument's sake, let's just leave it on monthly. We'll compare the monthly price. It's a little bit higher, but we'll work with that. First off, there's a 14-day free trial. It gives you 20 bundles or envelopes. That's not a single signature. That is an entire packet. It might have multiple pages, multiple signatures within it, and it might even have multiple people needing to use it, but would get that entire bundle or envelope signatures closed. The 4 users included, so that would be on the sending side. So if you have a company with maybe real estate agents, or in the more not-for-profit world, let's say you have a hiring you have to do every year. I used to work in a resort center, and every summer we'd hire about 400 people. And we had our whole team sending what would, in this case, have been bundles of signatures. This would take care of that much faster. 12 templates, those are simply the pre-made forms, a lot of contracts, sales agreements, different sorts of things like that, and it's a 14-day trial. The next step up goes to, you can see here, it's 1 user included for the $15 a month, unlimited bundles and envelopes. So there's no limit in the quantity of those you can send. Only 5 templates, so it drops down a little bit. It goes through text or email, which I think is pretty important nowadays. If you're just using email, you're going to miss a lot of the younger generation. They're just not using it. I have 3 teenage kids, and I know that's young, but it is very hard to get them to read an email. They have to almost know it's coming and be looking for it. They just don't think to check it regularly. The certification is done with an audit trail and certificate of evidence. I love that. It's not always a one page, but it's one document that just shows exactly what was sent, when was it sent, who created it, when was it created, when was it signed, and all the ways that you're requiring the person to verify. It can just be SMS, it could be selfie, it could be ID. There's all different levels you can increase or decrease depending upon the importance and legal consequence of the form you're having them fill out. Built-in reminder emails, and you can kind of read through. There's a whole lot more support there. Basically, you get the same amount of support and functionality, but what goes up is the 12 templates as you jump to the next level, and 4 users included. So this first one's good for just one individual kind of flying solo. Next step up goes to 4 users. So you have a whole team. It's roughly $50 a month. This is where you might have, again, like I referenced, if you're a realtor and you've got 4 people working for you, you have more people that can have access to this and still use the same service. And of course, you see the savings as it's built in. You now have a larger team using all the same things with more templates, which is great. And of course, enterprise and every kind of service I see nowadays has this kind of max level where you call and talk about exactly what you have, how it's going to work, and how many people you want to have using it, and they'll negotiate with you. So that's basically the pricing model of BlueInk, and I can even show a spreadsheet at the end, kind of trying to compare differences and changes. But let me take it through the DocuSign pricing real quick. DocuSign, and again, the same kind of model, you can pick annual or monthly. But the monthly, the personal is $15 a month. This is not their free trial. Their free trial is a whole separate page, so their first column doesn't even compare. This is for an individual user, and it allows for 5 documents. Already you're limited into the quantity. Remember, with the BlueInk, it's unlimited out of the gate for a single user. So really, if you're only doing 5 a month, maybe it's like for like, but the minute you tip over, that pricing becomes completely insane because you have to pay for more usage with DocuSign. And I think, especially in peak seasons, depending upon your line of business, you're going to hit those moments where you're going to need more than 5. The audit trail, how it's made safe, usable templates, those are pretty similar. The best value they claim here, again, this is really, really easy to miss. It's $45 per month, and with BlueInk, it's $49. That seems more expensive, but here's the kicker. Whoops, sorry, it keeps popping up. It's all about the per user per month. So even as you go up to have more things you can send and have more access, you have to pay per user. So it's $45 per user. The other one includes 4 people. So even though it's $4 more a month with BlueInk, it has quadruple the amount of people on your team to have access to it. So it starts getting like night and day comparison after this. And of course, they have a whole new one, Business Pro. It has a few more elements where you can break out more information, but the same pricing is per user per month. And they have the same thing at the top where you call and make your own customized situation. Frankly, unless you are, if you're so used to DocuSign, you're already using it, and the savings isn't that beneficial, I can get why you wouldn't change. If you're starting from scratch and you're looking to have a signature formulation built into your hiring or your contracts or otherwise, you'd be crazy to go at DocuSign given the pricing level that it starts at. And both, again, have the same levels of security and audit trail and documentation. The formats they work with are a little bit different, but both pretty streamlined. So for pricing alone, I say you can't do much better than going with BlueInk. Okay, I compared 2 different companies, BlueInk and DocuSign, and broke it down by cost, how many requests you can send per month, number of users you're allowed to use, and does it have SMS authentication? That being, you get a text to send to prove you are who you say you are. So let's run through it real fast. The entry-level price, kind of set up for this one person, same price for each, $15. You get unlimited sends, that is the requests for signatures. Unlimited for BlueInk, you only get 5 a month with DocuSign. You get 1 user, and you get the SMS authentication with BlueInk Solo. You do not get it yet with DocuSign Personal. Stepping up to BlueInk Team. Price goes to $49 a month, where DocuSign is only $45. But the reason for that is BlueInk includes 4 users, where the DocuSign does not allow anything but more than 1. So you have to pay $45 for each additional user. So if you add 1 user, you're already saving $51, and that's just for 2. That keeps going up, of course, all the way up to 4. And again, the SMS authentication is there for BlueInk Team, is not yet there for DocuSign. It does not kick in till the next level, which is $69 a month, at which point you finally start getting the benefits that BlueInk includes from the very beginning. So I think you can see from this chart, and there's more detail to back it up, that BlueInk is by far the better value for your money. So I'll have some links below if you'd use those to help out the channel. We're always looking for new ways to help folks, especially in the not-for-profit realm, as we're targeting here today, and hope that that is helpful for you. Until next time, we'll see you. If you want to look at any of our other videos, you might want to click right here, and you can check out other things we've got going on here on the channel.